My name is Aisha Ibrahim. This afternoon, the hunt is on security agencies investigating the murder of military Captain Maxwell Adam Mahama, who said they're closing in on all those who joined in the lynching of the military captain 2 days ago. Captain Maxwell Mahama was lynched on Monday by the residents after claiming he was a thief. He was stoned to death and burnt afterwards. The video of his ordeal has gone viral on social media, and it has indeed shocked the entire nation. Today, police investigators have been interrogating 5 men arrested yesterday in connection with the murder. But search for perpetrators who are on the run continues. And today, head of the Security Council in the Central Region, Kwame Nadankan, says they are closing in on those who perpetrated the act.
The Regional Coordinating Council received the news with shock from the Regional Commander of Police that this is what has happened. At the time that this news broke, myself, duty had taken me away to Accra. My deputy minister had also been charged to go to certain districts to carry out a certain task. And so we had a discussion with the regional commander to quickly go over to the town and take full control, charge over the matter. He did just that. Yesterday he was in the town and he was also joined by the chief of army staff, and they were able to scout all the necessary points that they needed to scout to be able to get the necessary pieces of information that would assist them to be able to investigate further to get to the bottom of this matter. Now, yesterday, after rounding up some men and women in the township and going through the necessary procedure of further screening, they were able to at least get 5 individuals, 4 of whom are already in the police custody here, and you have taken shots of them. There's the other one, but he, I'm told, was affected by gunshot. He had some gunshots. And so in order that that would not also become a problem for the commander, he decided that some medical attention be given to him. And when he is somehow in a good state, be transported here to Cape Coast. So as we speak, the information is that he's on his way being brought here. All of it being part of the processes of investigation. I think that the regional commander plus his men have gone that far. They have made progress, and we can assure the entire country that so far, by the leadership provided by the regional commander and his men, we have no doubt in our minds that they will get to the bottom of this matter. Those who were involved in this dastardly act, completely unacceptable, one that our very culture frowns on, that even if you were killing an animal, you would have some sympathy, to the extent that the man was saying that I am a military person, military man, and all of that could not make them stop to continue to do what they did, resulting in his untimely death. They will get to the bottom of this matter. They will apprehend all those who are involved in this, and they will allow the law to take its full course.
Let's go live to the regional police headquarters, where correspondent Richard Kojo is stationed. Kojo, good afternoon to you, and welcome you to the polls.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
How's the investigations progressing, Kojo?
Well, the police today, led by the head of the Regional Security Council, Kwame Nadankan, went to visit the suspect, and there were 4 in the police custody. You know, the police announced that they have arrested 5 persons. The 5th person is currently receiving some medical attention as a result of some bullets he received in the ensuing process. He was using a motor bicycle and was trying to help Captain Adam Mahama to escape from the mob, but in the ensuing process they were overpowered, and so he was caught in the crossfire, and then he got that bullet, and so the police had to. So there is currently a police guard at the hospital, and they are waiting for him. After his recovery, he will be sent to Cape Coast. He will be brought back to Cape Coast to join the other 4 suspects. And according to the regional minister, they would never rest until they get all the people that are connected with this incident. When during the interaction with the 4 suspects at the police custody, one of them indicated that he knows all of the people that took part in the killing of the captain, and so he would very well cooperate with them. He knows them and can identify them to get their hands on the perpetrators. The crime officers and investigators have also said that they have a lot of evidence at their disposal to prosecute the matter. Meanwhile, time is also running up on the police. They have to put these suspects before the court because the 48 hours running out, and so they have to put them. But the regional police commander says that they will quickly do so that they will remand them to the police custody so that they can continue with their investigation. So as I speak with you now, the police investigators have gone back to Lynched to help apprehend the remaining people that are connected with this incident.
Are they sure when they will be able to finish with this investigation?
Well, they've not given timelines yet because getting them, they told me that it's been really difficult because a lot of them escaped the night before the military invaded the community, and so they have to use a lot of intelligence that they have gathered in order to get all of them with the assistance of the suspect that they have in their custody. They also tell me that the assembly member has not been apprehended yet, contrary to the speculations and rumors making rounds that the assembly member has been arrested. And we also asked him about the DC for the area, the narratives that he's been given. And according to the regional minister, these are matters of sensitive nature, and they would rather shelve that one and deal with the perpetrators. And after that one, they will also deal with the other incidentals that are connected with this very incident.
All right, many thanks to you, Kojo. We'll come back to you for more on this. We would also be speaking with our correspondent or humanitarian who is in the town itself, Dintra Obuase. What's happening there, he will tell us very soon. Meanwhile, the Interior Minister Ambrose Derry has vowed to deal ruthlessly with all involved in the killing of the military officer. He's been speaking to my colleague Beatrice Edu on the sidelines of a ceremony for the immediate past Controller General of the Immigration Service, Felix Yaosapon, in Accra.
Is barbaric, once again, cruel, unjust, and totally unacceptable. It is an act that must be condemned absolutely. And I can assure you that in consonance with what Mr. President Nana Akufo-Addo has said, we are going to pursue the investigation with all seriousness and bring to book all those who are responsible. We are not intimidated by those acts. They are regrettable. Loss of a life of such a great officer who, for his profession and country, has done his best. He didn't deserve this end, and especially that people think they can take the law into their own hands and kill such an officer of such great promise is absolutely unacceptable. So the investigation is ongoing, and we are going to deal ruthlessly with whoever is responsible according to the law. I do not agree that under this government we've allowed anything to go.
Mr. Derry, this is not really about a particular government. Yeah. The argument is that a lot of the time people find it easy to launch mob attacks on others because you don't really get to hear what kind of punishment was given to those who were involved. Can we even cite one example of somebody who was, for instance, jailed for life for being involved in such a barbaric act?
Let me tell you that as a lawyer, there are challenges of getting a conviction for capital offenses such as murder, where there is a mob, because you must identify the person whose blow or whose act led directly to the death of the person. Yes, but you convict people for righteous behavior, yes, and the cases are not over.
But most of the time, there are video evidence. For instance, this incident, we see clear videos of people involved.
We are calling on all of you. We are calling on all of you who have those videos that show it was in the courtroom to bring them. Bring them right now. I'm going to the office. Bring the videos that relate to the court. We have seen videos that relate to the road. But if you have videos in the court, bring them. We have asked that the further investigation must include taking statements from all the court officials. And I'm saying, we are inviting, including the minority, bring us a video in the court. Bring it now. And I shall act. Bring it now.
Still on Captain Mahama, one other issue that has come up is because this involves a military officer, the military seems to be involved, and they are, in fact, we had the district commander yesterday complaining that the presence of the military was disrupting their investigations. What do you think? Do you think the military should completely go out so that the police that is supposed to do investigations will completely take charge?
The military is not doing investigation, but you must agree that in several instances, we've acted with the military. Bimbala, we acted with the military. You know, where we anticipate that there will be force used, we need to go with force that's superior to that. But investigation is not by the military. It's going to be by the police, CID, that will do so.
Thankfully, you're the Interior Minister, the police is under you. Others are of the opinion that the military should actually investigate this because they've lost confidence in the police to do a thorough job when it comes to investigations of such cases.
Well, this is a free and democratic country, and we agree, we respect people's opinions. But let me put it on record. There is no better investigative machinery in this country than the police CID. No other at all. The military do not have the machinery to do that. And we have crack investigators. A support team has left to go and join the team we have on the ground. It's not the domain of soldiers to investigate. It is the domain of police. And this same police have investigated and kept the country peaceful to this day. All we can say is that we're going to enhance their capacity, build up their professionalism. We've got the best system that you can imagine. If it comes to even accounting, we have a unit there that is best in the country. Yes, I can understand your passion. I can understand the impatience. I can understand the expectations. By the end of the day, we assure you that we will do what we have to do, and we're not going to lose our heads and also take the law into our own hands. We must keep calm and do the right thing. And I want to thank the military for not taking the law into their own hands. I assure you that in many other African countries, there would not have been arrests. There would have been declaration of deaths. But the military is professional. It's natural that one of their own has been killed. You expect them. But still, they have maintained their professionalism.
That was Interior Minister Ambrose Derry showing how passionate he intends to deal with this matter. On the phone line is my colleague, Ohime Interior, who is in the area, Dentra Obuasi. Good afternoon to you, Ohime. What exactly is happening in that town now?
Good afternoon, Aisha. For now, Dentra Obuasi, the central regional town, remains very quiet. The community is yet to return to normalcy. Some residents who earlier on fled, a couple of them have come back, but most of them come and take few of their belongings and leave. So this means they don't want to leave here. I've had a chat with them, and the information I take from them is that they are afraid because the military might have come back and, you know, in a reprisal attack form. So they want to avoid any attack from the military. A few hours ago, about an hour ago, yes, a military chopper was seen hovering around the community. And few of them who were around took to their heels. I saw many of them running for shelter. But unfortunately, the chopper was just passing by. So now, everybody in Obuasi is in a state of fear. And few of the people who left the community, as I said earlier, had returned. Majority of them, I'm told, are still in the forest, and they are not prepared to come home because they believe the military might come back sooner or later to avenge the death of their colleague, Captain Mahama.
How many people has the military been able to lay their hands on?
They say so far it's only 5 people. Yesterday they took over 130 residents, but after a screening, they laid their hands on only 5, whom the first, that is Chief of Army Staff Major General Azure Ayamdo, described as being highly connected to the death of Captain Mahama. So the 5 were transferred from the DSO Police Command to Cape Coast, where the regional police headquarters has taken over the investigation, and we hope that they will expedite investigations to bring the people who are involved to both. But I'm happy that there are several names have come up for a discussion, and these are people that are suspected to have a hand in the hand of the Captain Mahama. For instance, a young man was seen in the video that has been widely circulated on social media, and the military officers saw this young man who was in the same cloth as the one he wore in the video. So they called him, and he was able to provide what the military described as important information that would support them in their investigation. So for now, these people are being sought, and I'm told one of them is the man who still is in possession of the pistol belonging to the late Captain Mahama. One of the people who has been arrested, on him was found what the military described as magazine that they used to hold the ammunition of that particular pistol that was in possession of the late Captain Mahama. So this man has mentioned another person's name that is the one who has that particular pistol. So he's being sought for, and unfortunately, the assemblyman, William Barr, is still at large. He has not been found, and the police tells me they've intensified their search for him and 2 other suspects who played key roles in the murder of the late captain. So I'm not saying that maybe I should call this community a semi-based community now, who remain closed. About 5 of them, 5 daily schools have been closed down. And a while ago, I had a chat with the district education director, Rose Tenkran. She says, yes, it's been an unfortunate situation, especially she described the situation as being, bad because both teachers and school people and the people have been traumatized in this instance. She says, as a mother and educationist, she thinks that the situation will have a dire consequences on both teaching and learning. Because I said teaching and learning because majority of the teachers who are involved probably should not be surprised that they will be calling for transfer, because earlier on people have refused posters to certain parts of the district because of some of these instances. So she believes that it will have some sort of effect on education in the community. And her concern is that about 50 people who have registered for the BUCE, that is their concern, because for now they can't attend classes. They were scheduled to attend further classes in DSO, but the situation is that the problem is that we can't locate them, where their whereabouts is an issue. And even the teachers, almost all the teachers who left the community, only one teacher has been in touch with the district education director. So it's some sort of dilemma for the education authorities here.
How about hospitals? We're hearing that there is closure of hospitals and clinics in that community. Can you confirm that as well?
Yes, the only chip compound in the community has not been closed down, except that the workers and the health workers are there, but unfortunately, there's no patients to attend to. So it's some sort of, when they go to work, the health workers sit idle, they converse among themselves, and then maybe close for the day. So that has been the story. The health workers are there. Unfortunately, patients are not turning up, because these patients are the ones who are already spending days and nights in the bush. And the problem still remains that most of them, I'm told, have been coming for diabetic treatment, and some of them have also been coming to address their wounds. But now that they are not there, probably their situation might escalate, or maybe it will deteriorate. So that has been the concern of the health workers at the Obrase escape compound. That is the only escape compound. It serves about 5,000 residents. There are 5,000 people who live in the Obrase and the surrounding hamlets and cottages. So that has been the story here.
Have you been able to speak with the chief of the area plus opinion leaders? What have they been telling you?
Yes, unfortunately, I tried as much as possible to get in touch with the chief. Unfortunately, I called his line, mobile line, several times, but he didn't pick up. I was told he has traveled outside the country, but just returned a few days ago when the incident happened, and I managed to speak to some opinion leaders. The information I picked from them is that now the people, they themselves, have learned their lesson. The lesson they've learned is that when somebody is arrested or picked up for the suspicion of being an armed robber, now they will not attack the person. The best we can do is to report to the police for further investigations, because if they have paid little attention to Captain Mahama the moment before he was lynched, definitely the community wouldn't have put themselves in this particular instance where they found themselves now. And they also say that beyond what they have seen, it's more or less a bigger lesson in the history of the community. The community, though on several occasions, some years ago, have done similar instances where they've gone scot-free, and nobody chastised them, nobody even punished them for this act. Now we are paying dearly for it. So yes, they are so sorry. They feel so sorry for what they have done, and they say it's a great lesson that they have learned from this particular instance. But I'm sure this has come to a need, because for now people are spending days and nights in the bush. People have fled the community, and many more are still away. Their whereabouts are unknown, as we believe and fear the military will come back, and 5 others have also been picked up for investigations and prosecutions. So it's a too late for residents of the Isra of Wasi.
Very well, Ohuminteria, many thanks for the update. We are in that town 24 hours, and JoyNews promises to bring you all the updates. But this incident in the Central region is just one of many acts of lawlessness witnessed in parts of the country in recent times.